Today we're talking with Drubpon Pema Rigdzin, also known as Freddie Trancoso, and he's here in our Dharma Treasures store, and he will tell us about Phurbas. So thank you, and we will learn some good things today.
So, welcome to Pema Osel, Ling. Today we are going to talk about Phurbas, and honestly, I don't know very much about Phurbas. I'm very ignorant about that. But I can repeat some things that I heard from my teacher, Lama Tharchin Rinpoche. So let's see if I can do a good job as a parrot. And we have here a selection of Phurbas. Phurbas are supports for one's practice. If you are a practitioner of Yamantaka or Hayagriva or Yandak, and in particular a practitioner of Vajrakilaya, it's very important to have as a aspiring practitioner a representation of the Heruka Vajrakilaya or any of the other Herukas in the form of a Phurba. If you are a practitioner who had an opportunity to finish your Ngondro, then you are ready to embark in the great journey of the process of creation and completion of a deity. And for that individual, it's absolutely necessary to have the support of a representation of the deity that in itself aggregates all the qualities of the mandala of the deity. In this case, Vajrakilaya. I'm going to talk here primarily about Vajrakilaya, but remember, Phurbas are used for Yamantaka, Hayagriva, Yandak, Dorje Drolo, or Guru Drukpo. All those deities. You need the support of a Phurba if you are an actual practitioner or if you are just starting as a auspicious link, auspicious connection. Well, our journey starts with the representation. As you can see here, we have this beautiful Phurba that is big, therefore easy to show the details. Yes, Phurbas are full of details. This Phurba, it's a good representation of what we call the tempur, or the Phurba that is put into a kapala in your shrine as the reference point for the siddhis to be accomplished. As you can see, it's formed by the three faces of the Heruka, a upper knot, a handle, a lower knot, a makara face, and the blade. What is a Phurba? The word kila in Sanskrit means peg, something that you put deep on the ground to support your abode, more specifically a tent. In Tibetan, the word Phurba is more connected with the sense of dagger. In the Putri Rakpun sadhana, the Vajrakilaya sadhana that we do here in Pema Rigdzin, the liturgy says, Tsoncha Ngompo Barwa. So the blazing blue weapon. So you can have those two ways to understand this object: a peg, or a dagger. The idea of peg is that gives you stability, that cannot be shaken. The idea of the weapon is that can destroy the three poisons. But we are going to get there. As a representation of the mandala of the deity, we are going to start our practice, and the Dorje Drolo, meaning the master of ceremony, will bless through mantra, substance, like mustard seeds and gugu, and visualization, samadhi, this object. And he or she will invite the mandala of the deities of Vajrakilaya to live inseparable from this representation. Therefore, Vajrakilaya, inseparable from his consort, Korlo Gyedeb, or in Sanskrit, Dipta Chakra, they become one, and they are represented by the face of Vajrakilaya. The three faces represent him and Dipta Chakra inseparable. Then the 10 directional wrathful ones. Do you want to know who they are? Well, come to Pema Osel and be part of our Gutor ceremony, and we will be able to expand more. All those 10 wrathful deities, they dissolve into the upper knot. Then we have the Sajed and Sujed, that are male and female messengers of the 10 wrathful ones, and they dissolve into the handle. Then the gatekeepers, there are 4 gatekeepers in the mandala of Vajrakilaya, but perhaps today we don't have time to talk very deep about them. They dissolve in here. And in the crevices of the whole Phurba, the 21 excellent sons. And finally, the 16 protectors of Vajrakilaya, they dissolve in the blade. The image of a Makara, that is this guy right here, represents the wrathful activity, the wrathful element that enacts activity. And Makara in Tibetan is Chu Sin. That means water monster, but in Sanskrit literally means crocodile. And from the mouth of the crocodile comes the blade. And the blade is adorned with serpents. Lama Tartin Rinpoche used to say that those serpents, they go and they act very fast, like this, like thunderbolts. So the meaning of those serpents here are thunderbolts. But what's the meaning of the 3 blades? That's where things start to become interesting. Because so far, we talked about the mandala, all the deities that comprise this beautiful aggregation of deities. But why this funny shape, three-sided? It's because the purba, it represents cutting through the dualistic perception of ignorance, anger, desire. Oh, so this is a weapon that destroys those things. Well, that's a way to put it, yes. But for us Vajrayana practitioners, it's much, much, much deeper than that. Because this cutting through the material perception of those afflictive emotions, they are going to reveal its actual nature, the nature of ignorance is non-thought. The nature of aggression, it's clarity. And the nature of desire is great bliss or exaltation. Therefore, this is an element that reveals the true nature of some of the most basic afflictive emotions that in ultimate its ultimate aspect is actually wisdom. And that's why we practice Vajrakilaya, to reveal all our obstacles as wisdom. No, we are not doing black magic. We are not doing any kind of trick here. We're not killing chickens and things like that. No. It's not about doing a magical ritual. It's about revealing our true nature. Naked. That's why we do this. Once the purba is consecrated, it is put in the center of a mandala. And through the duration of our retreat, we meditate on the whole mandala of the deity. We make offerings, praises, and at the end of the retreat, we receive spiritual accomplishment, siddhis.